Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're looking at Saint Arnold Divine Reserve 19. A spicy oat beer.
Yeah, I was told that this is a barley wine. That's just what I was told. With some oatmeal cookie characteristics to it.
Okay, I wrote some things down from their website. It was brewed in October and it was released January 2019. They used 2-row barley malt. Oh, it's 10.4% alcohol, and it's 30 IBUs. 2-row barley malt, oat malt, and pearl. Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? Carafoam, chocolate.
Your nose.
I wrote, pearl hops. I think I was writing that. That's
You're
what
right, too small, but anyway.
I was writing pearl before I was supposed to. And there's only one type of hops, pearl, and then cinnamon and nutmeg are the flavorings.
Yeah, so there's a cap on top, this yellow cap, a little information, which kind of contradicts between the sizes of your companies. They said it's craft brews, and then there's the big boys. This one says it's the 2017 mid-sized brewing company of the year, which
so they're not micro or macro, they're middle crow.
Yeah, like in our area we have Beta.
Middle crow.
Yeah, mid-size.
That canal smells.
Y'all can't smell it, can you? Anyway, so I try to get this one every year because I was under the impression when I first picked it up, which I believe was 13 or 14, that it was an imperial stout. And I just thought, wow, they're just going to make it like a really great imperial stout every year.
But they changed
well,
it
no,
up.
they changed the recipe. So it was one, they made an old school German recipe that's not done anymore. There was a Russian Imperial that they made, this one, and I can't remember, one of them may have been a crazy IPA, I have no idea. But anyway, it's kind of hard to keep up with, and this is one of those once a years that come out.
I haven't seen it
which is pretty good. We got the old Beta Brewery bottle opener here, as opposed to the Pupper Mike Peters Church of Sacred Brew that we usually use, but that's at my house. Today we're coming from Mr. Terrio's place. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and crack this open, take this fancy top off, and as you like to say, there's a little smoke on there, kids.
Some smoke from Houston, Texas. Oh yeah, a lot of water vapor.
And underneath, there's a message underneath the cap that says, take a chill pills.
So I poured a little bit.
Oh, look at that. It's a fancy orange color. Orange to red, because we got cloud cover right now.
Yeah. Got a cold front coming through. It's copper color, I guess you call it, like a copper water pipe. Maybe. It's warm, but you can feel the cool air seeping in as we speak.
Just for you, swish and pour.
Yeah, the swish and pour. So
right.
I've enjoyed most Saint Arnold beers I've had.
Oh, I can't think of one, even in the lighter versions, that I don't like. I particularly like was it the Weed Eater or the Weed Whacker version?
Yeah.
I think that one's really good. It's tasty. It's one of those low alcohol, strong flavored ones, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like the old Founders All Day IPA. You just can't go wrong with those. Those light alcohol, really tasty ones, and really good.
Founders All Day.
Yeah,
Most companies All Day is.
Sessions, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them. Now the head is thin.
And that's probably because of the alcohol content coming in
Ivory.
almost at 11.
Yeah, ivory. Yeah, it does look like a barley wine. Kind of looks like that Burton that I gave you, that Valentine Burton.
Or you know what? Maybe we could go ahead and say that this is amber, like dark amber.
Yeah, something like that.
It's kind of burnt orange to amber color.
Wait till you smell it. You're gonna be like, what?
Wow.
It smells kind of like one of those pumpkin beers, you know.
A little bit, yeah. Because it's got those esters from what you get from a really good oatmeal, raisin oatmeal cookie, where you get that good butter and you can smell the oats, and there's a little bit of that
cinnamon.
A little cinnamon, yeah. Yeah.
Nutmeg. I was about to say nutmeg. Yeah, it is nutmeg.
Yeah. Now, Joe Dufran had done a review on this. Well, he posted a picture. That's the way he does his reviews. He posts a picture on Facebook and says, "Look what I got. Look what I'm drinking." And he doesn't say much about it, but so I sent him a message. So how was it? It was great. What did it taste like? It had these spices in it. And we kind of went back and forth. It was like pulling teeth. But finally comes out and says, yeah, it's almost like a pumpkin. I said, oh, okay.
Oh, so he said it too.
Yeah, he said it was almost like a pumpkin with the spices.
Yeah, this kind of reminds the aroma.
So it's got that.
It reminds me of the Southern Tier pumpkin that they used to sell around here.
Right, but it's not quite pumpkin. The same spices do go in oatmeal. The nutmegs, sometimes you'll find an oatmeal recipe. It depends on, you know, like around here people make jambalayas, and everyone's jambalaya is different. So everyone's gumbo is different, but it's all basically the same. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. Well, it looks kind of thin. But yeah, I'm expecting pumpkin just by getting that smell.
The mouth feels medium. There's a little oiliness to it. It tastes like a sweet potato pie beer, but there's no sweet potatoes in it.
It does kind of taste like sweet potato.
Remember, Lazy Magnolia made one of those sweet potato beers?
But theirs was a porter or a stout, I believe.
Right.
Our mystery lady who used to do reviews with us, that was one of her favorite beers. Every time we saw it, she was like, yeah, and it was a low alcohol version. She loved it. She was just like, hey, can we get some of that? And I'm like, sure, no problem. So I had to keep that on hand.
She was good in the videos because she would always bring up things about the beer that we hadn't thought of. You know?
Oh, I know. She's got one of those brains that works like that.
All these trees are
very great to have someone like that in like a group discussion, because they'll always point out things and it kind of sparks your mind to go in that direction too.
Yeah.
So
all these trees there's leaves coming out everywhere around here, and you were remarking about how the fruit is already ripe over there.
Yeah, but the pecan trees haven't blossomed yet, so that means that winter is not over in Louisiana yet.
No.
The pecan tree is indigenous to southeast Louisiana, and once that blooms,
it's on. Then.
It's on.
Once
it throws all its leaves on the ground, you know winter's here.
Winter's out. But the grass is growing so fast now. I cut it 5 days ago and it looks raggedy.
Well, I do believe St. Augustine grass is not indigenous to us.
No. So, I mean, it's like quasi spring, summertime here now. Okay, back to the beer.
This will get you in trouble. The mouthfeel is light,
dry
crisp,
finish.
Goes down dry. There's absolutely no hint of it being as high of the alcohol.
No, it's like that lobotomy bock. People say it's 10.8 and it drinks like a Bud Light.
Well, this is 10.9.
I know.
And it's drinking like a light.
No, 10.4.
I thought you said it was 10.9.
No, 10.4 and 30 IBUs. Oh, well, it's still strong as heck, you know. And
oh, it's delicious.
But it doesn't taste strong, no.
It's a real good, tasty beer. You know, if you sit here and you think,
it's not overly spicy.
Oatmeal cookie. Now, hold on. I'm getting that warmness that's coming from here. Around the bottom of the esophagus, up to the stomach region.
What are you saying? No, this would be a terrible beer to drink at a hot parade route.
Oh, no
Being
doubt.
all hot and sweaty and drinking this?
Yeah.
You would go
down.
down.
You need something like Mick Ultra or something like that. Something that's got very little taste and...
See, we're out here in 75-degree weather. This beer was designed for like 45-degree weather.
Yeah. It's so hot here right now that we are basically maybe about a quarter mile from the Mississippi. And if you go out to the levee and you look at it, especially in the mornings, the water in the Mississippi is so cold.
It's making steam. Yeah.
That it makes, steam once it hits the warm air, and it causes fog to come over. You can actually see it roll over the levee down to the river road.
Yeah.
Almost like an old witch's pot or something you see in the movies where they throw the hot ice into something and it comes down.
And if you put your hand in that water, it'd be ice cold.
Oh, it's going to be ice cold.
Oh, you could put beer in a six-pack on a string and put it in there and it would be so cold.
I went out to the spillway the other day looking and they pulled us. The river's so high that we have the spillway out here. What they'll do is they'll open it up so the river actually flows into the Lake Pontchartrain through this little strip of land they call the spillway.
Yeah, so it doesn't overflow the riverbank.
And some of the fishermen went out. They were out there. What do they call it? Jigging for the pike. No, the carp, the Asian carp, and they were pulling some big fish out of the water. I mean, 2 and 3 feet long fish, big fish.
I guess the cold didn't bother
them.
them.
I was talking to the national the wildlife and fishery guys, and they're just like, we don't even care. You know, we're not going to check for fishing license or anything. That's just an invasive species.
Yeah,
We just kind of tell them just go ahead, and then some of the guys I spoke to them, it's like, oh, this is really good fish. They said it tastes good, and I was like, well,
it's like if you went.
It can't be bad then.
If you went and shot wild boar, you wouldn't need a hunting license or anything. They want you to kill them.
Yeah.
All right, so A plus.
I'd say A plus on this. It's also, you know, it's something I've never tasted before in a beer, and it's quite pleasant. I think it's delicious, and you know, Saint Arnold, you hit it out of the park once again with your reserve beer.
And if y'all like Southern Tier pumpkin, think along those lines, because this is very similar to that. Although, of course, it doesn't have pumpkin. So Les Îles
But it's also a black beer. Both.
Oh no, you're thinking of maybe the Warlock.
The Rumpkin.
The pumpkin is orange like this. So Les Îles Bon Temps Relais, an outstanding beer, and A plus. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
And if you find
we didn't talk about
this,
the bitterness.
get
It
it.
really isn't any much
Cheers.
bitterness.
This?
Not much bitterness.
No, not really.
Probably be 3 out of 5 sugar cubes on the Cyclops scale, 2 out of 5 hop cones on the Cyclops scale, and if they had an alcohol scale, as you drink on it, that would build.
Yeah, this is definitely building.
Thank you.